With me today, Jessica Jackley is here. She is the co-founder and CEO of ProFounder, and formerly you were one of the co-founders of Kiva, which is a very big deal for raising money and helping the world. Microloans, correct? Mm-hmm. Would be the way to describe it. And also with us is Robert Wolf, the founder or co-founder?
Co-founder.
You have co-founders?
I do.
Of CrowdRise. They put CrowdRiser here.
That's even better than CrowdRise, right? When we're really good.
Yeah,
you know,
CrowdRise.
One little.
I think that's producer Rob. -1 for producer Rob. I got a new producer on the show, so I'm riding him pretty hard. Well, welcome to the program, guys, and I really appreciate you both coming in person. And this is the first time we've actually had two founders of two different companies come in to discuss a sort of a space, which I really appreciate. Kind of brave of you guys, because it's, I want to be on a loan or whatever, you know.
Now, we just met, but
right.
You know, we feel like we've had full meetings about it for ages, right?
Yeah. So I've been watching this space. When did you guys, I'm going to start with you, since I think your company's a little bit older. When did you start? What was the reason for starting it, and how is it going?
So we started building CrowdRise about 2 years ago, really probably 2.5 years ago, and the catalyst was really Obama's fundraising campaign. My brother and I were in online retail, and the online retail business that we built is called Moosejaw, moosejaw.com.
Moosejaw?
Moosejaw, Moosejaw.
Okay.
And we were relatively successful at Moosejaw because we made it fun.
Right.
And when we saw really what I thought was the genius of Obama's fundraising campaign, we started researching the philanthropic space. And
what was that genius?
Small really amounts? They were so good at turning the $25 donor into a $250 fundraiser. And they made it fun, they made it cool, and it was so well branded. And we thought that we had an opportunity to make giving back fun. And that's what we're solely focused on at CrowdRise.
Right. So your people are using the service to raise money for an art project or for a nonprofit, all of those things? Or is it more just for causes?
It's for any 501c3 charity, but there's 1.6 million of them or something like that. So, but it's really become, instead of people giving to charity, it's people giving to people who are doing something awesome to raise money for charity.
Got it. Okay, so that Obama, you're going to be a catalyst. You gave 25. Let's see if we can 10x it by getting you to use your sweat equity.
That's right.
You may not have the money, but you have the time and the inkling to do it, and it's going to enable that. Now, Jessica, when did you guys found Kiva? That's been around for a while now, right?
Not that long. March of, spring of 2004, I was walking around East Africa. I was in Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania interviewing entrepreneurs and hearing their stories. Wow. The desire to share those stories.
Were you a journalist? Were you writing a book?
No,
for your own?
No, I was very naively sort of learning about business for the first time from goat herders and seamstresses and farmers. I was interested in this idea of microfinance and took an opportunity that I had to go out and basically conduct an impact survey to understand whether these $100 grants, sometimes they're loans, but grants that another organization, a great nonprofit called Village Enterprise Fund, was providing to these very poor entrepreneurs was working. So I was checking that out. I heard these amazing stories of entrepreneurship in an unexpected place for me, and the desire to share those stories and also to allow people to participate in those stories in a way that was based around dignity, not the traditional sort of donor-beneficiary dynamic of donor, feel bad enough until you get enough emotion built up that you'll want to relieve your own suffering and give money, right? Like, there's some really negative ways, I think, that dynamic has been perpetuated.
Late at night, you see, like, oh my God, these children are starving, and if you don't call right now, you've basically killed a child.
Pretty much.
And it's just too heavy-handed.
And it's not, here's the thing, there are other human beings, a big surprise, out there in the world, and they don't just have stories of sadness and suffering, they have stories of hope and entrepreneurship. Right. So the desire to share those stories led to the creation of Kiva. Kiva officially launched in October of 2005 after a very small beta round with like 7 entrepreneurs and 3,000 bucks, friends and family. But in 2005, that first year, Kiva facilitated $500,000 in loans. The next year, the total was up to almost $15 million. The third year was 40. The fourth year was almost at 100. And then today, I actually didn't check, but it's over 5 years old now, and it's almost at 200 million.
You've been watching This Week in Startups. To watch the full episode, click here. To check out some other shows from This Week In, click here.